we're good. Come on. No. Boop. Haha, we're here. Okay, I'm here. Hi. Hi. How are you? That was quicker than it usually is, so that's good. I'm still trying to sort this all out because my iPad is where I stream because I don't want the angle from down here because that's just awkward. And my iPad is on StreamYard, but I can see the comments here on YouTube. But if I want to add anything, I have to do it from here. I'm still figuring this all out, but it's mostly because I don't want you to have a weird angle from down here. I want you to have a nice angle. So that's why I'm using my iPad. And Lauren is not here today to harass us, which makes me really sad, but it's okay. Hi, Bracini. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 767 of January. It's almost over. It's the longest month of the year, and it's been the longest month of my life. I'm pretty sure January has gone on for 17 solid years. So it's the last day. We're done. Tomorrow's February 1st. Thank God. I'm very excited. Not for anything in particular, just because it's not January anymore. Because I'm tired of January. Kathy is here, and Kathy is Kathy has a new pattern releasing today. I'm very excited for her. So if you are in the Kay Dillahan Made group, you probably already saw, but if not, go over there on Facebook. She has a brand new pattern. The McCallie, finish the name for me, Kathy. Kim, I do understand. I do. February is also a very long month, but here is my justification. February, I only have to get through like half of it, and then I'm going to Washington. So I'm very excited because it's the first show of the year for me, which means it feels like the year officially starts once I get to that first show. You know, like once I teach my first class and do my first thing. So I'm excited. And let's see, what does Kathy have to say? Just McCallie. Okay. What is McCallie? I know that it's a Tennessee thing because your patterns have Tennessee names. What is McCallie? Is it a place? Is it, it's not a person. I want Kathy to tell us. I'm putting her on the spot. She didn't even know this. Because I can, because it's my channel and Lauren's not here. February is a terrible month. I understand, but it's not January. So I'm excited about it. So listen, we're not here to vote on which one we like the least. I'm not really a fan of either, but February is not January. So that I give it a little check mark for that. That's why I'm excited about that. Everything is sorted out with my Washington booth because, as I mentioned to you guys last week, one of you, lovely one of you, told me, and I still didn't look up who it was because I'm horrible, that my booth wasn't listed on the website, but now it is listed on the website. And I'm very excited. I found out last week, we get like an update every week on our classes. I found out last week that there was only 4 spots left in my Boxy Pouch class. So I'm hoping this week's update, there will be even less spaces. And also in Nicole and I have a class together. So I'm very excited. I'm getting excited because it's almost time to go. Like it's getting closer to going. I'm not excited about the packing part and the crazy prep part, but I am excited to get going. So, oh, Holly, that's so exciting. I'm so excited I get to see you and meet you. Kathy said, it's the main road in Chattanooga that the University of Tennessee is located on. It's where your son goes to school. I love that. That's fantastic. So, all right, whether you're excited about January being over or not, you're here. I'm going to do a little recap on January because usually I wait until the end of the year. So the very end of the year, I do like my yearly recap, but I thought it would be kind of fun for you and for me if I did a monthly recap and we can kind of take a look at all the things that happened in January. I feel like that'll make the month better. It'll make it feel better when I can say, look at all the things that happened in January. So Michelle, that would be very awesome. Okay. So I don't have a ton for you guys today, but I do have a few little things. So we're going to talk about what happened in January, a little bit about classes, and then also the upcoming classes and upcoming videos that you can expect. The Patreons and the YouTube members got a little bit spoiled. Well, I mean, they always get spoiled. Excuse me. And they did get to see part 1 of the fundamental series. So that happened. Oh, Eric is here with my dogs. Hi.
Hi.
We're live.
Yeah.
Eric looks like he just weathered a storm. He's been upstairs taking care of templates for you guys and for the show for days now. How you doing? He looks exhausted. I asked him yesterday which is worse, counting tiny little screws for hardware or templates, and he said they're both bad.
I can't feel my fingertips.
He can't feel his fingertips. So, poor Eric. Okay, so anyway, the dogs are here. Eric is here. So if you hear barking, I have no idea what she wanted to do. Hi. Do you want to come say hi? No, I don't know what they're doing. So anyway, what was I talking about? What was I talking about when you walked in here? Oh my God, I already forgot. Somebody will tell me.
Dementia.
All right, dementia. And I might have it. Oh, Zena's working on stapling her violet. That means you're getting close to the end. Okay. I'm just going to randomly throw things out there because I don't remember what I was talking about. And January recap. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, we are going to do a January recap. So, no, I did not. I have not gotten to Cork yet. I haven't gotten to anything. We've been here for like 6 minutes.
Oh.
Bonnie has a quick question. What thread do I use in my bag projects? So I sew on a heavy duty machine, but I still love my slightly thinner threads. So these are this is the thread that I use. I can go heavier. I just don't. I'm using Tex 35 from Wizardry. That's one of my favorites. I also use, let me see what's here. I also use the Wawick Tex 45. It's attached to the machine. I'm sitting over on the side because my machine is here. This is OptiPop. So that is my favorite. With the machine that I have, which I sew on an HD9, you can go heavier. And I do have some Wizardry that's heavier, but I just really like the 35 and 45. So that's kind of my favorite. I use bonded polyester. I have fallen in love with it. Let's see here. How full is the February 6th class? It's not full, but it is off the website because it's just too close now. Tomorrow's the 1st, and I wanted to make sure kits would get to you on time. If you really, truly, sadly, desperately want to be in the ARIA class on the 6th, you can send me an email. I'll get you a kit. We'll do our best, and we'll hope that it gets to you on time for cutting. But because the 6th is next Thursday, and it's less than a week away, I did take it off the website. So, but I mean, I wouldn't deny anybody if they really, really, really wanted to hang out. Stephanie, if you want, send me an email and we can take care of it today. And I'll get the kit out to you probably tomorrow, and we will cross our fingers that it gets to you on time and that you have time to get your prep work done. Okay. So I have no order whatsoever, but it's totally fine. First, I'm just going to throw out a couple of quick shout outs. That's what I was trying to say. And then since we were talking about ARIA, I want to talk about ARIA. So we have some new Patreon and new YouTube members, and I just wanted to say thank you. Beth, Cindy, Michelle, Mona, Carol, Zena, and Anne, thank you and welcome. If you are a Patreon member, you have that Patreon app where I upload everything and you just get your notifications there. You usually get an email when there's a new upload, whether it's a video or just a post. If you are a YouTube member, make sure your notifications are on so that you get the update. Otherwise, you won't know that I'm posting things. So make sure that you have your notifications turned on for mine or for anyone that you're a YouTube member of. YouTube members and Patreon members are equal here. They get all the same things at the same time. They have access to a private page on the website where I put products early, where I put some free downloads. The Patreon members got a sneak peek of the Fundamental series, which part 1 is hanging out with them for right now, and that is on zippered pouches. Part 2, I refilmed this week because I started editing the pocket video and I didn't like it. I didn't like the lack of contrast between the pockets and the background fabric, and I knew that if it was bugging me, it was going to bug you. So I refilmed the entire thing, and I am starting all over again from scratch. But that's fine because it makes me feel happy. And I said it knowing that I was going to do it. And Eric goes, well, if you're not happy, they're not going to be happy. And you know, you better refilm it. And so I did. So I refilmed that. And I'm also hoping this weekend to get the handle video done because I want 3 parts and then I want to give it to all of you. So you're going to get all of it at once. You're welcome, Rochelle. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the video too. It made me really happy to see my own progress, to see how far I've come as a bag maker, that now instead of being terrified of zippers, I know 3 different ways to put in zippers. And that made me super happy because I was like, look at me grow. Oh, Linda, welcome as a new member. Thank you. Back when I first started bag making in 2005, it's been 20 years. Wow. 2005, 2006 was like my peak years for like really getting deep into bag making. I was making bags and I was playing around with different things and I was 100% fully avoiding zippers because zippers terrified me to no end. And I said, no, thank you. Not for me. I don't like zippers. I was making bags for friends before I really even had a business. So Many Creations wasn't a thing yet. And I was making bags for friends. And one of them found a duffel bag pattern that had a zipper on the top and it had a zippered pocket. And I did the zipper on the top, even though I didn't like it. Like I still was not a fan because it was a drop-in lining. That's when I realized I don't like drop-in linings. I can do them. I just don't like them. And so I did it, but I said, you don't really need a zippered pocket. It's a duffel bag. And then that grew into, you don't need zippers in anything I do because no. And now I can do zippers in my sleep and it makes me happy. So if you're struggling, this video might be for you. And I'm excited about that. Well, Sherry, I'm looking forward to seeing you too. Are you coming to the booth, class, both? I'm excited. So anyway, that's what I have been doing. I have been filming, editing, and playing around. So I have the next 2 weekends free, which never happens. And I mean, I'm the one that does the scheduling. I don't know how that happened, but I scheduled myself into having free time. And so free time means filming time because Eric and I have a long drive coming up in February and I plan to edit while he drives. So I'm trying to get some things ready to go so I can just put in my AirPods and spend some time with myself in the car. So on top of fundamentals that I want to film, I also am going to work on a partial aria video. So let's talk about aria because the classes are coming up and also I'm working on a video. If you didn't see, if you're not on Facebook, this is the bag that I posted last weekend. It's the only thing that I finished during the virtual retreat, which is fine. Sometimes during virtual retreats, I get tons done. Sometimes I don't. So I finished this. I love this bag. It's so simple. Somebody said it was like very masculine looking, which I agree, but I think it's also just so simple. I just love, I don't ever do anything like this. So I already have a video on the Aria bag. Start to finish, goes through everything, shows you how to do all the stuff in here, shows you all that. So I'm not going to redo that video because it already exists. What I want to do is a video where I talk about this optional top stitching, which it sucks. I'm sorry, but it's hard. It's really hard to do, but I want to talk about it because maybe you want to do it. Maybe you like to torture yourself. It's totally fine. The front was easy. The back she was rough, but it's doable. And if I can do this on my HD9, you can do it if you have an industrial or a cylinder arm, way easier, but I can do it on my HD9. So I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about this option right here for adding some tabs on the side to attach your handle. I also have another thought that I want to kind of play around with. I have lots of thoughts, so I want to put them in a video. So it won't be a complete video. It will probably touch base on the recessed zipper, which is not in the pattern, and it will touch base on different handle types and some of the ways you can kind of jazz up your bag. So I don't like how that sounds. I need a new word, but it's kind of something that I've been thinking about for other videos, is like how to take the pattern from basic to not so basic, how to make a pattern like more your own. So in this one, I made the gusset wider, I did my handle differently, I did a recess zipper, and I added some extra top stitching. But just elevate. Thank you, Anne. I love elevate. I gotta write it down. Elevate. Anne, you're a rock star. How to elevate your bag. So this morning, while I was doing some computer work, I was listening. I was watching, but mostly listening to Nicole's video on her mini version, her like bag size, purse size version of the noodle head. Oh my goodness, I just watched it. The noodle head bag that she just posted. Somebody will know what I'm talking about. She was making a smaller version of a bag, and she said in the video that one of the, like, her belief is that patterns, Oxbow, thank you, Kim. Coffee. You know what? Hold on. Coffee helps. Oh, it's so delicious. So Nicole made a mini version of the Oxbow tote. So it's like a purse size. From what I can see, it's definitely a little bit bigger than this, but it's not massive. It's really cute. So what she did and what she said in her video, and I wholeheartedly agree, is that she believes that patterns are a starting point. You start with that pattern, but then you turn it into what you wanted. So she used webbing on her handles. She made the pocket in the front bigger. She made adjustments that made her happy, that made the bag what she wanted it to be. And I agree with that. I think that if you need a pattern start to finish and you need to be told every single step, that's what I write patterns for. But if you want to take that pattern and you're like, I like it, but I think I would like this better, or I like the pattern, but I don't love it. I think that's kind of the idea behind it. So I love this pattern. I love the original Aria. I had a great time making it. I wrote the pattern. I love it. But it was really fun to elevate it. Thank you, Anne, and make it into something a little bit different. And so I want to share those thoughts with you guys. So that is something else that I kind of want to do with some of the patterns. I still want to do some basic tutorials. I still have my old catalog to go through, but I also want to go in and say, here's a bag and here's some other things that I did to it. So with all that being said, these are things that I'm adding to the bag itself during the making process. I'm not updating the pattern. I'm not doing a new or an add-on pattern for Aria. We're not going to talk about most of these in the classes. We have classes in, let's see, we have classes in February and March, or just February? Just February. We have 2 Aria classes. Maybe we'll do more in the future. I don't know. I'm always happy to add more classes on. But during that class, if you want to make your gusset wider, you can. That's an option. It doesn't really change much. And if you want to add the recess zipper, well, we are going to add the recess zipper. If you want to do anything else, those are not things that we're going to address in class, because class is coming right. It's too soon and I just don't have time. But I want to put those in videos so that you can take that knowledge and information and put it in your bag or put it in another bag. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I wanted to kind of talk about what we're going to do in the Aria classes, but also what my plan is for some content. Somebody asked a question, Holly, how do you become a YouTube member? So I had to look this up myself. If you, yes, if you go into the description, there is a link in the live, but also majority of the creators that have it as an option, there's usually something next to their name on the YouTube platform that will say join. But yes, there is a link and you can click on that. So, okay, so I talked about Aria. Oops. And okay, some other things that I'm doing. What else? Zoom classes that are coming up. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, the Zoom class for the Aria on February 6th is closed out because it's too close. But if you absolutely desperately want to be in that class, today I will give you a grace period. If you email me today and tell me, I will get you an invoice for a kit. Other than that, your option is the 15th. I did add another Violet class because it was requested. We don't have a lot of signups in it, but I'm going to leave it open. Even if it's a small class, it's fine. We are doing one more Violet class March 16th. It is a Sunday. That is on the website right now. I also have Olive classes. So we've got Aria, Olive, and Violet coming up for March. I have nothing listed past March because April's getting a little bit hectic, and I'm also working on some things to add for the Zoom classes. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. If you have questions on any of those, go to the website to these Zoom classes and retreats, and all the information is there. Anything's not clear, send me an email. I also have in-person classes I was just excited to tell you about. So I told you my Washington classes, which are, I think they're on Saturday. I don't remember exactly what date. I have it written down. But my Sew Expo classes, one of them is almost full, which is super exciting. And the one with Nicole is probably, I know it's past the halfway point. So we still have a little bit of room in there. And thank you, welcome. So I've got those classes. In April, I will be at OSQE, which is Original Sewing and Quilting Expo. And I have 2 classes there, plus a Make It, Take It in my booth. And I also have some stage presentations. But I was talking to Joy from OSQE yesterday. She had a question for me about something. And I said, how do you find out how your classes are doing? Just curious. I know it's only been open for a week. You guys, I talk about being like, I was like, whoa. She said one of my classes, my Christy Crossbody, is more than half full in a week. And that's because of you guys. So thank you. If you're coming to Cleveland and you're taking my class, I'm excited. My other class already has signups, but it's been a week. So it's just one of those things that it was like, you know what? Maybe this wasn't my favorite month, but it was, there's some good things that happened. So it definitely made me really happy last night. I like immediately got off the phone and was like, Eric, guess what? And I was very excited. The other reason that I was talking to Joy from OSQE is because of a switch for the Raleigh show. So if you're coming to Raleigh in May, I'm going to be doing my Christy Crossbody, but I'm also, and I'm a little nervous about this. I'm excited, but nervous. So we're going to do my market tote with embroidery. I don't teach embroidery classes. I do a touch of embroidery, but we're going to do this bag, this little tote with embroidery. I'm really excited. I know that once I get through the first one, I'll feel better about it and I'll want to do more classes like that. But I'm super anxious about it because I've never done an embroidery and bag class all in one. So I'm excited. But if you're coming to Raleigh, come take some classes. And if you want to take an embroidery class, you don't even have to know anything about embroidery because they provide the machines for you and the design and all that kind of stuff. So you just get to come and embroider something and make it into a bag and you can carry it around with you. So how exciting is that going to be? I'm excited, but I'm like, and I told Joy this yesterday. I said, I'm anxious because I've never done this. And always that first time you're like, ooh, but I know it's going to be great. I'm going to have help in the classroom. I'm not going to be left on my own. You will not be left with me fumbling my way through embroidery. So it's fine. We will have help, but I think it's going to be super exciting. And it just opens another opportunity. So Judy, please come to my class. It'll be so exciting. I'm so excited. But it's just so many fun things are happening. And I'm feeling very blessed right now, which is not something it's not a word I use a lot, but I'm just feeling it right now. I'm feeling the love right now. Arnetta, if you type in Original Sewing and Quilting Expo, or I think it's Sewing Expo, let me double check because I think it's Sewing. Yes. So the OSQE shows are sewingexpo.com. Washington is sewexpo.com. Don't confuse them if you don't live on the West Coast. So, I am Leanne. So my plan is, let's see, we have 6 shows with OSQE for this year, and I am slated to teach at all of them and vend. I will be in Cleveland in April, Raleigh in May, Dallas at the end of July, beginning of August, Fredericksburg in September, Cincinnati in October, and Novi in November. So 6 shows, and I'm hoping that next year I will be in Florida as well. So very exciting. And that's just the beginning. I also have Lauren is hosting her Sew Whatever Summit in April. I have Washington coming up. I have a whole bunch of things. There's a lot of stuff, and some things are still, details are getting like finalized. So yeah, I'm very excited. And I possibly will be going back to the Villages next year in Florida. They invited me back, so I'm waiting for details. Lots of fun things are happening, and I'm very excited. And so, as more information comes, I will share with you guys and put on the website. So, let's see here. What else did I want to tell you? Okay, I want to show you something. This is something that there might be one of you that this helps. Maybe it'll help more than one of you. But I wanted to talk to you about downloading patterns. I get this question probably on a weekly basis, and I blame Apple for this. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, sometimes it makes it difficult. And so I wanted to show you something. This is very random and off topic of classes, but if you're downloading a pattern from my website or from anyone's website and you're having an issue finding your download, I wanted to show you. So I'm going to go into my email right now, and I'm going to, oh, should we do this live? I just got an email about my class numbers from Washington. Let's look. Okay. There is 2 spots left in my Boxy Pouch class, and there's 10 spots left in my class with Nicole. So how exciting. 2 spots. I'm very excited. Okay. So what I wanted to show you, because I literally get this question on a weekly basis, and I just wanted to show you how I get downloads when I download stuff on my iPhone, because sometimes it's weird and confusing. So right here, I ordered a pattern from myself. Okay, so there's my pattern link. So when I click on it, it takes me to the internet, and it says, do you want to download? And so I say, yes. Where did it go? It goes away. So we're like, I said, yes, where's my download? So here's what I do. I pick another website. I just clicked on Yahoo because it doesn't matter. And right there, you see that little blue arrow? You click that and it says downloads, and you click your downloads, and there it is right there. So there's where your downloads are. I don't know why. I don't know why Apple does that to us and makes it difficult. But if you don't see the blue arrow, do that. Here's one other little trick I want to show you. If you, well, my husband hates this because he has an older phone. If you just pull down, there's a search bar. And if you write downloads in your search bar, there is a folder right there, download folder. And there's my download folder with all the things. And I can put in the search bar whatever I'm looking for. I'm looking for Christy because I just downloaded it. Where is it? And there is Christy on my phone a million times, because I've done this so many times because I don't know where anything is, but there's my pattern. So just wanted to show you that, because I understand and I totally get it. Apple sometimes is great. Apple sometimes makes it difficult, and I don't know why. And I'm an Apple user. I'm on an iPad. I have a MacBook. I have a phone. I have AirPods. Like, we're an Apple family. We have everything Mac. So I totally understand. And I think it was yesterday or today that I got an email that was like, I'm so confused. Why can't I download this? And it's an Apple it's not me. It's not you. It's Apple. So blame Steve Jobs. I don't know who else to blame for that. So I hope that helps. It is a silly thing, but also in case you don't know, just now you know. So Charlie says, I find my downloads right there on the screen after Justin gives me the phone back when I'm complaining I can't find my downloads. So that is also another great tip. If you're really having a problem, you either annoy your spouse, or you find somebody in your life that's under 30 and you make them do it for you. I have a 25-year-old sister, so it's her problem. So, you know, that's how I feel about that. I just froze on my screen. And now it's going to make me watch an ad to watch my own live video. You're just rude, YouTube. Okay. No, you're not. Let me stay. Okay. So that was a tip. I got some stuff from Lauren this week, and she sent me a little surprise. Did you guys see this webbing? Did you see this? Is this not the cutest ever? It's bows. It's bows. It's pink and purple. It's all my favorite colors, and it's bows. What am I going to do with this? What should I put this on? I want to make something really cute, and I don't know what I want to put it on. So that's my big dilemma. I want to play with that this weekend, find something I can make in cork, because I just think it's so cute. And also, I did a little sneak peek. I showed you guys this last week. So I am working right now. I'm waiting My webbing order is coming in today, I think. I think it's supposed to come in today or possibly tomorrow. I am going to have some webbing kits on the website. Now, don't get crazy. We're not getting super into webbing because there's enough people doing it. I think I ordered 2 colors. I have the black and white and I have one that has blue in it. I'm keeping it simple. But I do want to get a few kits because I wanted to bring these to Washington, but also I want to share them with all of you. So there's going to be some pre-cut cork. Okay. You will have a few options and there will be some hardware options. So this is going to be on the website, hopefully in the next week or so. Patreons and members, you will be getting it sooner, just so you know, as soon as possibly this weekend. For everybody else, probably next week. So if you're interested, my plan is to have the hardware with the cork and then to also have the webbing as a kit kind of all together, and then you can decide what you want. So if you already have your own webbing, you'll be able to get the hardware with the pre-cut cork pieces. And these are cut on my laser, so there's no fraying. The edges kind of get singed, so it makes it like really sturdy. So that's something else that I've been working on. All right, finding my patterns is never the problem. It's seeing it and not being able to print. So a little FYI for any of you also trying to print from iPads and phones, be careful. I don't mean whether you can or not print. Sometimes, because we have an air printer, so most of the time I can print, but sometimes it's a pain in the butt. Be careful when you're printing patterns off of devices that are not computers, because if they are things that have sizes, like templates of any kind, things that need to be cut to a certain size, sometimes they can be skewed. I don't know what the reasoning is. I am not a computer tech by any means, but be careful. Double check your measurements on things and just be aware of that. Because I see it in a lot of groups where people are like, I printed this pattern and it's not even close to the size that it's supposed to be. So just be cautious with that. The webbing is 1.5 inches. Yes. Yes, it is. And Kim, do you have black with antique brass? I have a tiny bit of it, I think. Send me an email and I will double check. I think I have a little tiny bit of it. I don't know if I have a ton of it, but I'm sure I have enough for a project. Yes, yep, it is 1.5 inches webbing. So we were talking about this during the virtual retreat too. I had this 1.5 inch handle phase that I went through many years ago. And then all of a sudden I was like, those are too big. I don't like those. I want skinny handles. And everything was like inch. And then all of a sudden now I want bigger handles again. I don't know. It's just the way that I change. If you haven't talked about your laser, could you sometimes? I can. It's something I've always thought about doing some like videos on, but I'm not an expert by any means, so I don't know how educational they will be. If you have specific questions about like what I use or anything you want to know, I can answer them. But it's not something that I feel that I have a great expertise in, but I play around. I played around with them for 2 years now. Have I had my lasers 2 or 3 years? So I feel comfortable. Just not something that I'm super great about. Okay. How does that show up for a member? An email or in a YouTube notice? So members get YouTube notifications. Patreon sends emails out. But yeah, YouTube is just a notification. Like I subscribe to Lauren's channel. I'm a member. And so when she does something for members only, my app will have a little notification. And when I go in, it's whatever she's uploaded, a post or a video or whatever. So excuse me. Turn your notifications on. Sorry. Okay. Huh. I can show you a lot of tricks, Nancy. I don't know how helpful they are. Oh my goodness. Okay. For whatever reason that I looked down and I thought of something else that I wanted to tell you. February Court Club just came in this morning. I love it. I'm very excited about it. You are getting something brand new. You are getting a twist on a color, and you are also getting an oldie but goodie something so old, in fact, that it might be brand new to some of you, and I'm very excited about it. So I'm just letting you know that. So if you're in Court Club right now, it's coming. I also had another question that was emailed to me last week that I also wanted to address about Court Club. We are, I'm fine, Pat. It was a tickle in my throat, which is just annoying more than anything. So Court Club is done at the end of this year. What does that mean if you already have a subscription? You're good. Whether your subscription is through February or through December, you will get your Court Club. If you want to sign up for any additional months, I'm probably going to take Court Club off around June. Probably around June or July, Court Club listings will completely go away because I don't want to go too far into the new year. If you have signed up, let's say that you are signed up right now through January of next year, you're going to get your Court Club. Even if there's only one of you left in January, it's fine. I just don't want it to keep trickling too far in. That's the reason why. So if you're interested in Court Club, it's kind of a last call. Join now or forever hold your peace. It'll be a few more years before we bring it back. We need to take a break. Court Club has been amazing, but it needs a little bit of a break. It needs to be set in time out for a bit. So if you're already signed up, there's no worries. I'm not going to not send you your Court Club. I don't do that. But if you want to sign up now or you want to extend yours, you have until about June, and then the listings are going to go away. As of right now, there's only 3-month listings. And somebody had emailed me and said, if I really want to pay through the end of the year, can I buy 3 months? Yes, you can. I would not overlap them. So you wouldn't get 3 packages a month for 3 months. You would get 9 months worth of Court Club. I hope that makes sense. But just to let you know, kind of so that we're all on the same page with Court Club. Does that mean that we're not going to get new cork? No, of course not. I'm already working on new cork right now. Hopefully by the time we get back from Washington, we will have another order of new cork coming. We have stuff coming right now. We have many things coming right now. Webbing is coming. That is, the Court Club is coming. Court Club is here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of things. I have to keep track of a lot of orders right now. So let's see here. Your expertise is why more than thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. Yes, we don't want to open a whole bag of anything right now, Shelly. So do I carry 1.5" hardware? Yes, I do. And Andy, I already know your follow-up question. How's the hardware page coming? I got more things updated just for you. So there's more stuff on the website. There will be more because I'm going to add the 1.5" hardware as well as some of these kits upcoming. So I am getting more stuff added to the hardware pages. I've been taking this time, I've been taking this time since the summer when the website kind of went haywire to add things back slowly, to kind of reevaluate what I want and where I want. And unfortunately for all of you guys, and for me too, pricing is changing too because inflation, and there's not much I can do about that. So I've been kind of taking my time adding things because I just want to make sure that the things that are on the website are things that I have inventory of, that I'm excited to have, that I want to share with you, that it's not just a bunch of miscellaneous random things just to fill up a page. You know, I want good stuff. I want good content, and I want good things on my website. So do I have, so Sam, that is something I do need to work on, is the cording. I have cording, but it is a mess, and I need to find out what colors I have, and I need to get all of that kind of stuff going. So yes, I do have cording. I just have to get that worked on. Am I going to carry rivets again or no? I can't answer that. As of right now, we don't have any stock of rivets. I'm contemplating buying them just because I have been finding, as I've been kind of buying for myself to use in videos and to use for stuff, that there's a lot of rivets out there. There's a lot of places selling them, and their prices are amazing. So I'm not in a rush to get rivets right now. I love being a one-stop shop for you guys, but I also understand that we all have budgets. We all have money to spend. And if my stuff is going to be more expensive and you can get it somewhere else, is it worth me having it or not? These are big questions that I have to ask myself. Big questions that I have to ask, what's best for me and what's best for you guys. But at the end of the day, I have to worry about me first, even though that sounds harsh and it doesn't make me happy. I'm worried about you, but I also have to worry about me. So, you know how that goes. So, uh, the cost of everything is going up, Pat, and I would be really happy if the cost of everything went down. That would be amazing. So until that happens, we just have to take what we get and we have to make adjustments. And that's just the way that it is. This is a fun hobby, but it's also a business and it has to be smart for all of us. My concentration right at the moment is always on cork because that's our big thing. And we do have a lot of custom, prints. A lot of the stuff that I'm trying to get in for Washington is a lot of our custom stuff because I stopped doing shows for a while. Remember, COVID happened and I kind of went dormant for a while with shows. Well, now that I'm back, cork is not unique anymore. Cork is easier to find. There's more people selling cork. So I need to put my concentration into the stuff that we have that other people don't have. Other people don't have EVL cork. Other people don't have the prints that I designed, and there's certain things that are exclusive to us. So I'm trying to bring in some of the stuff that we need, but I also am trying to keep myself unique because that's how you keep yourself in business. That's how you keep growing. It's a crazy time in this world right now, and I'm just trying to make myself as sane as possible and make everybody as happy as I possibly can, knowing that I'll never make everyone happy, but also making sure that I can afford to keep running my business. So, not to be a downer or anything, but it's the way that the world is. So, there's things that I'm probably never going to expand into, and there's things that I want to keep going into. Pat and I had a conversation not that long ago about webbing, and I basically said, I'm probably not going to get into webbing because everyone does it. And then I surprised Pat when I said, I'm getting a little bit of webbing, but am I going to be across the board? Like I have 100 different webbing styles? Probably not. Other people do that. Can I fill in a little bit to make sense for the projects that I'm doing? Yes. So, it's just, there's a lot of things to do. And at the moment, I'm doing the majority of stuff by myself. I have some help from my mom and I have some help from my husband, but I mean, when it push comes to shove, I'm the one doing everything. So I appreciate that all of you are patient and understanding. Those of you that aren't, I can't really help you. I do the best that I can, but I'll never make you happy. So what are you going to do? Thank you, Shelly. Yes. And that's another thing, quality. I won't let the quality slip just to have the stuff. I don't want to be like, hey, we have 300 cork prints. Half of them are terrible because the quality is awful. I can't do that. I can't do that to myself, and I would never do that to you guys. I stand behind the product that I sell, and I sell good stuff, and I want to keep selling good stuff. So that being said, the good stuff costs money, and it's not changing. It's not going down. They won't give me a discount just because I beg them. I don't know why. I think it's rude. So thank you, Brittany. It's cork is something that fell into my lap, and then it just kept growing and growing and growing, and it's a giant monster. And some days it's hard to keep up with, and other days, when you guys get a package notification and you're like, ooh, something's coming in the mail, I get the same way when I'm getting cork, even if it's restocks. I'm like, oh, cork is coming. Like last night, talking and getting information, I was talking to one of my manufacturers and I was like, are we going to get this on time? This is the date that I'm leaving. And we were having a whole conversation. And every time I'm like, ooh, new cork is coming. The February Cork Club came in minutes before I went live. I had to open it. I had to open it and touch it and see it. I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. And sometimes I order prints blindly and I hope that they look good. And the print, spoiler alert, there's a print for February. The print that I ordered, I've gone back and forth on. I'm like, I don't know. I like it. I don't. I like it. I don't. I like it so much better than I thought I was. And I was like, do I need more of this? Should I order more? Because it's good. It's really good. And I'm just excited. I get just as excited about notifications as you guys do. So just know that. So let's see here. Thank you, Andy. Okay. I think I told you everything. Oh, let's do our January recap. That was the last thing. And then any other questions. So I am keeping a little I have my book, of course, my book with all of the tabs, but I have my January recap because I'm holding myself accountable. And also, it's fun to see what happened in the month of January. So I have my goals list, and my goals say, where's my goal tab? My goal tab says that I want to do 2 videos per month, and I did that. And I want to do a Patreon live per month, and that's today. And I also just kind of keep track of my numbers. So I did film, excuse me, I filmed my zippered pouch for the fundamentals. I also filmed the pockets twice. That was fun. So that only counts as 1 video. Technically, I did it twice. But I uploaded an aria cutting video, the HTV, my press first, the HTV Ront press, my first impression video. And then I also uploaded the zippered pouch to members and to Patreons. So I actually uploaded 3 videos, 2 to the public. I had a Zoom. We had 3 Zoom classes. I had a Zoom retreat and 3 Zoom classes. We have our Patreon live, first of the year today. You're all invited if you're Patreon and YouTube members. And we did 5 Friday lives. I was live every Friday in January. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I did what I needed to do. So let's keep the momentum going for February. It always gets a little hectic when I'm leaving for a show, because then it's like, ooh, will I go live? Can I go live? What about tutorials? What about stuff? So I'm trying to just pile up a whole bunch of stuff to take with me to do. And I'm hoping to squeeze in a live while we're in Washington, if I can. I mean, maybe we'll be so busy that I can't. That would also be fantastic. But I would love to try and do a live, because I rarely ever do a live when I'm out of town. So I want to really try. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm happy. I'm happy with myself. Yes, Charlie, that's what we were talking about earlier. Yes, 6 months ago, January started, and it's finally over. Thank the Lord. Can you dye or paint on top of cork? Yes, you can. Again, I'm not a super expert about it, and I have nothing within reach to show you, but I have used stamps and what's this? Watch me destroy everything on my shelf. Yeah. Well, it's not a finished product, but I used to buy a bunch of these stamps, these little wooden block stamps from ProChem. They're based in Massachusetts. I have this whole pretty box of them, and I have a ton of them still. I'm not going to deal with that right now. I have used their fabric paints and stamped on cork. I also know other people that have used fabric paint and painted on cork. As far as dyes, I don't know a lot about it because I haven't tried it, but yes, cork is a natural product, and it does not have, there is a coating on the cork that has like a UV coating and like a Scotch guard of some kind, but it's, you still can stamp on it and you still can paint it. I don't know about dyeing it. I don't know if it would accept dyes, but it's definitely kind of fun to try. I have 0 samples that I have made. I don't know where any of them went, of all of the things that I have painted on cork. I do have some. I just don't know where they went. So yes, you can. Ooh, the Posca pens. I've heard of those before. So, okay. So that was it. Last Friday of January. Any questions? Anybody have anything they want to know about literally anything that I can answer? I will give you guys 12 more minutes of my time, because that's what we usually do. Anything you want to know or want to tell me. I wanted to ask you guys a question, and now I forgot it. I thought to myself this week, I have a question for you guys, and now it's out of my brain, so I can't ask you, but I'll think of it. I would love to do a painting and stamping demo someday, Pat. I need to get the things that are still at my house where we don't live anymore. That's a whole other problem I'm dealing with. So I need to get all those things. And then yes, maybe we will do a little live demo, or maybe I'll do a video on it, because I haven't done it in forever. And it's actually very, it's very therapeutic. I remember once many years ago, I was sitting in the living room stamping, because I would stamp a bunch of like 9x12s and sell them at shows. This was forever ago. And I was sitting there, and Eric came out and said, can I play? And I was like, sure. And so Eric and I were both stamping cork. It was just, it was just something random to do. I think his attention lasted for about 6 or 7 minutes and he left, but still, it was kind of fun. So it's funny that you asked that, Kathy, because Eric and I were talking about that this morning, about some new EVL cork. And I told him to get his designs together because as soon as we're done with Washington, I want to get some new things. I have some new ideas for me. And then I also want to get some new ideas from him. It's probably not going to be like another 20 prints from him, but I'm hoping to get like maybe another 3 or 4 out of him. We do have a bunch of them being restocked right now. And I know that we have been talking about doing some of them in smaller scale. There's so much. I have a list, a full page of stuff that we want to order, reorder, play with, just lots of stuff. My stamped cork is probably at my house. More than likely. My stamps and my paint are there. I hope the paint hasn't dried up. I haven't used it in a while, but that just means I'm going to have to go buy more. What a horrible, tragic thing, right? Maybe I need to get some other things to play around with and we'll do a little video on that. But it was very fun. So yes, I have new pattern ideas. I have not put any of them pen to paper. I just have some thoughts. I need to work on a new pattern soon because I'm itching to get something done, something new. I love new pattern time. So yeah, I've been actually sewing more than I normally do, which is nice. And I'm hoping this weekend between filming that I actually get to sew some stuff because I have some ideas. I always think of stuff after you're off. Same, Anne. Excuse me. I hit the end stream button and then I'm like, oh, damn, I wanted to tell them that. So, and then I don't write it down. And then the next week, I don't tell you either. So, so Pat, that's a funny thing. I actually try not to shop at the shows anymore because I just find that I get a little bit too crazy. And so it's actually better for me when my booth is busy because it keeps me in my booth. I am next to Lauren in Washington. So that's probably going to be an issue, but it's probably an issue for her. That girl buys more cork from me and never uses it. So we'll probably be buying from each other and, it's just what we do. But it's better when I stay in the booth. It's much better than leaving and going out and shopping. So have I decided what I'm going to do with my house? Yes, we are fairly certain, and we change our minds every 5 minutes, but Eric and I decided the other day, and we think this is our final answer. Final answer. Eric is actually going to retire in 4 years. The plan was this year. It's a whole thing. He changed and he's going to wait it out 4 more years. It's just better. It's better financially. It's just a smarter move. So in 4 years, our hope is for the two of us to put in as much work as we can, doing it ourselves. It's not like we don't know how to do a lot of stuff. Paying for the things we need that we can't do and putting in as much our own labor and getting the house ready to sell within the next 4 years. Hopefully not falling completely in love with it when it's all fixed up and cute and adorable. But I think we're ready to let it go. I think we're ready to make it cute and let it be somebody else's dream and move forward. Unfortunately, the house has never felt like mine because it was his grandparents' house and he owned it before we started dating. And, I've always liked the house, but I never loved the house. It's a house, not a home. So I'm totally okay with letting it go. And I think he is too. So that's our plan as of today. A year from now, we have a different plan. I have no idea. But that is our plan, hopefully starting in the spring to really start clearing it out. Everything that we are not keeping is out and then just fully gutting it. It's halfway gutted as it is. And then just going hard and getting everything finished. So that's our plan today. We'll see if that changes. Unless somebody walks up to me and says, hey, here's 3 times what your house is worth in cash. Do you want it? Other than that fantasy coming true, we're probably just going to fix it up and be done with it within 4 years. It's going to be a new chapter and I'm excited. We've already started many new chapters. It's just, we have too many books that we're reading at the same time. So we need to close that book. We need to finish that chapter and we need to start fresh. So, but we're here. We're not trying to live there while we fix it, which was the problem in the first place, which is a nightmare. We have a place to live. We don't have to live there anymore. So it really works. Did you miss when I was releasing new videos to the public? You did not, because I don't have a date. I need to finish. I want to finish 2 more videos for the fundamental series before I put it out there. So the Patreons and the members get them kind of as they come. But I wanted to put the series, the beginning of the series out. If any of you are TikTok watchers, scrollers, you'll understand this. Nothing boils my blood more than when I watch a video and it says, go to part 2 or part 2's coming or to be continued. It makes me irrationally angry. So I didn't want to put part 1 of a fundamental series out and be like, see ya. So I have zippers done. I want to get pockets done and handles and then put them all out. It's just one of those things that makes me bonkers. And so I wanted to give you everything all at once and then continue to add to it instead of just talking. Because in the videos, I'm talking about the other ones. I don't want to just be like, but you can't watch it now. So that's where I'm at. So I'm hoping early February. I have one that I have to start editing again. I was halfway done editing the pocket video when I decided I didn't like it. So starting over on that one, and I have to film the handle video, which I hope to do today or tomorrow. We will see. Do I want to take advantage of the fact that I'm wearing makeup and do some other things on film? I don't know. I have to go run some errands after this. So Holly, I will see you in a few weeks. I'm very excited. And if you are coming to Washington or any of the other shows, please come up and say hello and tell me who you are. And don't make it weird. Don't ignore me. Don't run by and say, hey, just come over and be like, hi, I'm Holly. I'm Andy. I'm anybody. You can tell me any name you want. Come over, say hi. You want a hug? I like hugs. You want to take a picture? Let's take a picture. You want to ask me questions? Like, I'm here for it. You have a bag of mine? Bring it. I love all that. I absolutely adore it. It makes me happy because that's why I'm here. I'm on YouTube because I want to be here for you guys and I want to meet you in person when I get the chance to. So don't make it awkward. Come over and say hello. Bring presents. You do not have to bring presents, but I do like Starbucks. But you don't have to bring presents. Snacks are always nice. No, I'm just kidding. Presents are not required. They're always appreciated, but never required. Okay, I think I did everything. I think I got all the notes. So I'm going to go run errands and then see what kind of ambition I have for later in the day because my brain is like, it's pressing against the inside of my head. It's like it's going to explode. I have so many things that I want to get done and do and sew, and I just need to stop sleeping. So that's what I'm going to do. Xena, I can't wait. I will be looking forward to the day that I get a Xena hug. I'm a hugger, so I'm very excited about it. So I think that's everything. Wish me luck. I am sending to you all of the good vibes. Send some to me. Hopefully I am super ambitious for the rest of today and I can get stuff done and I'm excited. Oh, am I sending a Zoom link? I don't send a link. I use my Zoom login information, which is in the post on YouTube and also on the Patreon page, which I will repost again today just as a reminder so that everybody gets it. Everybody that's on there will have a notification just to remind you of times and Zoom info. I don't do Zoom links. I'm weird. That's just me. So I am excited again, Kim. I'm not sick anymore. I'm excited and I'm feeling hopeful that the weather will get better. It won't for a while, but I'm feeling hopeful anyway. Let's go be productive, Janice. All right. You guys are awesome. I will see you next week and maybe I'll have even more cool things to share with you. All right. Bye.